Hey everybody, this is Algae Ensemble. So, you might be noticing there's no game volume. Well, I made a little bit of an issue, because I have already recorded Isaac episode 2 today. However, I recorded it immediately after I recorded today's Dishonored episode, or I guess yesterday's Dishonored episode, and I didn't close out a Dishonored. So, OBS, instead of capturing Isaac, captured Dishonored. So, there is just about 40 minutes of me talking to a video screen of just Dishonored. So since I got a bunch of unlocks, I didn't want to just put it in and be like, well, I'll just record a new episode. I thought since I described most of it, I will leave the audio in, but put behind it an Isaac run on a different file here. So I hope that will be okay. Honestly, this gave me a good excuse to figure out to use some editing software because I'm gonna have to put these two clips together. So good morning, everybody. This is Algae Ensemble for episode 2 of The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. So, a couple things to start out here. I was attempting to get a screenshot for a thumbnail yesterday, and I meant to go to file 3 over here just so I could start a run and get, just it's a nice blank screenshot of the first room. Apparently, I just did it on file 1, so I am in the middle of a run here, but I don't believe I've done anything. It's just me standing in the first room for a minute and a half, so no worries there. Secondly, before we get into it here, last time I kind of cut it out right in the middle of that ending. I don't know, maybe I should have shown it just so we could see it. We're not gonna get to see endings too often, so maybe one of these days I'll go and just show the ending right right off the bat of the episode. But I also had a bunch of unlocks and something else. Oh, achievements. So I thought that I would just read those off here because I feel a little bad for not showing them on stream. If I can pull that up here. Give me just 1 second. This is not what I want. Or maybe I'll do that at the end of the episode, right? Not right now. Okay, I'll do that at the end. So we'll get right into it here. Now, what should we start with? I don't know. Maybe just Twitch streaming in general. A lot of people these days, they do both. They do Twitch and YouTube. Maybe they'll just do one or the other. And I don't know. Maybe it's my taste that have changed, but I feel like a lot of the gaming content is moved to Twitch, or at least like just let's play sort of deal, because now I feel like a lot of the content you're going to see on YouTube is more like specialized stuff, highly edited, maybe, because I just feel like just the basic let's play, just someone playing a game normally with no special perks or anything. It's just kind of, that's just people stream that. So am I streaming? Do I have a Twitch? Not yet. I've definitely been thinking about it. All right, let's see if I can remember. Let's go. But I'm going to wait to pick that up just because on the first floor you have no chance of getting a deal with the devil, and Spirit Hearts protect you from losing deal with the devil chance. So I'll wait till the end of the floor to pick those up. But, so no, I do not have a Twitch account yet. I'm definitely considering making one just because, it's something to do. Can't hurt to double dip. You can always upload the VODs on your YouTube channel, you can get clips out of it. There's something to do. That'll definitely be like a once or twice a week thing if I do decide to do it on my days off. I've been looking forward to it because I only started recording videos on this channel like 2 or 3 days ago. And I really would like to, get a backlog. I haven't been able to do that yet for the most part. I haven't even met my 2 videos a day criteria until today, hopefully, assuming there's no complications. I'm working on uploading Dishonored episode 2 right now. It was like 75% last time I checked. But, I want to be able to make a backlog so I don't have to stress so much about finding a time somewhere before or after work to, get everything in there. And on top of that, I want to use that backlog time to hopefully get up the 3rd series, which is going to be me reading some Lord of the Rings. I think maybe today I'll be a little more min-maxing here. I'll check the whole floor. If I find a bomb, I'll look for the secret room. You know the deal. See, I don't know. So a lot of like the channel art and thumbnails on that was really worthwhile, the one room. But a lot of the channel art right now and the thumbnails of the videos they're low quality. I'll be the first to admit. I'm pretty fancy here. I'm just using the snip tool on Windows and Google Drive. Because, like, I don't know, there's probably some free editing software out there that I could use. However, I'm just using what I know. I have some very basic knowledge of Photoshop just from classes I took in high school, so maybe I'll eventually invest in that, but this kind of comes to the next thing I wanted to talk about, which is, like, my motivation. I have some really bad habits of getting super into, like, an idea or a game or something just for, like, a few days, and then kind of just dropping it because I don't feel like it and not picking it up again. So I don't want to do that with this YouTube channel. I want to keep this consistent, give me like a long running hobby. However, I'm not gonna do this thing where I have a tendency of doing is I'll get super into something. I'll be like, oh, I gotta, buy a microphone. I gotta get Photoshop so I can design all my own thumbnails and stuff like that. So I'm trying to hold back on that until I've actually proved to myself, I guess, that I'm gonna do this for more than a week. Love to get a bomb here. And on top of that, I don't know. Like if this does stay up, it actually seems like a viable hobby of mine, something I can do. I'll probably hire someone, not hire, I guess, just commission. That's the word. Commission someone to make a legitimate like channel art for me, because like I'm not necessarily an artistically artistically dominant person. I've never really been into art. Like, I'm bad, but I've never practiced. I hate to be one of those people that's like, oh, you're so good at art, you're so talented. Like, I understand those people have put hours and hours into it, and that's something I've absolutely never done. But, regardless, it's never been my focus. So, I think when it comes to, like, the important stuff, like, little YouTube icon, that's not something that I just want to try to mess with myself. So, I'll probably eventually hire someone. Commission. Once again, not hire, commission someone to do something like that. Assuming this ends up being more than a little week-long jaunt, which I really hope it to be. So we got Sister Maggie here, which is a familiar that will occasionally shoot a tear that doesn't do very much damage. And we have 9 lives, which it brings you down to 1 red heart, but it also gives you 9 lives. And each life you come back with 1 red heart. Normally I would not take Sister Maggie, however I am definitely going to take 9 lives, which means I might as well take Sister Maggie because it's free. So, Rusted Key. Oh, I did look up what a couple of the trinkets from the other episode did. Walnut makes it so if you've taken 1 to 9 explosions, it has a chance every time to spawn a bunch of consumables, another trinket, probably some other stuff. I don't know exactly. What was the other? Equality. It makes it so if all of your keys, bombs, and coins are equal, you get twice the amount, I think. So, I guess my homework for this episode is going to be reading up on what Rusted Key does. And I'm 100% certain that I've looked it up before. I just don't remember. So I'm going to pop into this shop here and probably just donate. If it'll let me this time, maybe not just 1 cent. And if you will bear with me here, I'm going to... Ooh, a blue map is here in the basement. If you bear with me here, I'm going to take 1 second to grab my coat, because it's a little chilly. Sorry about this. Normally with something like that, I'd bear through it, but I started to get a little shivery, which, might affect the quality of my voice, so I can lie to myself and say it's for the channel. It's for the good of the channel. Yeah, so channel art hopefully eventually. What else? I always write myself down some conversation topics, so you might notice that the episode's a little front-loaded with things I'm going to talk about. Like, it'll be like topic to topic to topic, because I have it all written down. I don't have to try to think. Then the second half will have some like gaps in between. Maybe I'll just talk about the gameplay more. I'm doing my best to work on that, to have a more consistent banter throughout the whole thing. But for now it's gonna be front loaded for sure. It's only been 8 minutes, so I'll try to relax with it a little bit. Nice. Money. And then I'm going to bomb into the curse room here to avoid taking some damage. Yeah, so if anyone's watching, let me know if there's any public domain books you want me to read. For now, my plan is probably Hobbit. See how that goes. But, no, I definitely would be open to ideas, suggestions, anything like that. I also hope the audio is doing better. If you watch my Dishonored series, I'm talk about it. Well, I guess Yeah, I talked about it in the episode that comes out today. I should be uploading around noon my time. Around noon. I don't remember exactly what I scheduled it for. I think the scheduled upload is a great idea because I think just the consistency of having a series that comes out a certain time every day is great. And Dishonored, this is the second episode. The first one was not quite uploaded exactly where I would want it, but just because by the time I didn't realize quite how long it would take to upload it to YouTube. But today should be right about noon. Isaac, I think I had come out 9 o'clock, something like that. Ooh. Tapeworm, it just increases your range massively. I believe that's the only thing it does. It's normally not very good. If you're playing a character like Azazel, whose whole deal is kind of he has short range, that's one of his major weaknesses. It's a great trinket. I will probably take Rusted Key, however, even though I don't know what it does. Tells you how much I disrespect Tapeworm in its current form. Oof. Bad damage there. Okay. Getting a little mind flooded. We're good, we're good. So, like, I don't know about you. When it comes to Twitch or YouTube, what do you spend more time on? I'm definitely more of a YouTube guy overall. Just because I like to have the freedom of watching whenever I want. I think that's the biggest part. Like, I'll watch maybe part of a stream. I really rarely will watch a whole one. And then it'll be like maybe once a week I even catch part of one. I'm not a big Twitch guy. But as for YouTube, I spend a lot of time on it generally. I have a couple YouTubers who I watch semi-regularly, but then I spend the rest of my time in my suggestions, watching just thoughtless entertainment, you know. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure meme videos. You know. Ooh, you gotta love Summoning Salt. He's pretty popular. Makes the speedrun history. Those are some of my most like relaxing videos, you know, like when Home We're Finally Landing plays, it's just like my brain is like, this is it. This is the most relaxing thing you could ever do for your brain. I love it. I'm halfway through one of his videos right now. It's like the history of Wii Sports Golf or something. I don't know. I just love his stuff. Like, he talks about these games that I would never be interested in, like, even seeing the speedrun, much less the speedrunning history. But I don't know, man. He has such a talent to just make it incredibly interesting. So I'm just going to donate again here. And I'm going to try to tone back the commentary just a tad, because I'm definitely taking a lot of damage all of a sudden. Yeah, you know, back on the, you know, sort of channel art quality of things. Intro and outro will probably also be about that time. If I decide to get Photoshop, I'll do something with it. I also have to, you know, take the time to actually learn OBS. I'm not doing, like, any editing right now, as you can probably tell, so that's a kind of a day off of work sort of thing, because it's really hard to fit it in. You know, when I get up pretty late, record a video or two, spend some time uploading it, making the thumbnail. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, I gotta fold my laundry before I go, maybe do one or two little around the apartment errands. Like, I just haven't had time to kind of sit and learn that stuff. Then I get back from work, record a video. Yeah. And I'll take, you know, maybe a few minutes to watch some YouTube. What have I been watching recently? A lot of OTV drama stuff. I don't know if you've heard about that. It's pretty fucked up. I don't know. OTV it's a streamer house, offline TV. They originally were a bunch of like League of Legends streamers, but they kind of do a little bit more variety content these days. But one of their co-founders recently got in trouble for a lot of like, not necessarily like, I guess like sexual harassment stuff. Claims it very emotionally manipulative, and we are Guppy. Wow. So, oh, I also unlocked Azazel. But if you don't know, Guppy is a transformation. Okay, first let me preface. I am going to die here, but 9 lives will bring me back. So, Guppy is a transformation that gives you the power of flight. On top of that, it will let you... I don't know exactly the way that it spawns flies, but I think it's based on your rate of fire, how fast you're shooting little tears at Isaac here. And they'll spawn flies that I think do 1.5 the damage of one of your tears, but they also home on enemies, which is really useful. Guppy's a great transformation. It's, once again, a pretty good guarantee that this will probably be a one run, assuming I don't totally just zone out Isaac here and do an awful job. But yeah, OTV, he recently got in trouble. There's a lot of claims from the actual member of the house and some of their like affiliated people that he's done some bad shit. But I don't know, a lot of them could be seen as just like mistakes because a lot of them were when he was drunk. But on the other hand, he's also done some really emotionally manipulative stuff outside of that. I don't know, it's not really my place to talk about, obviously, but drama's always interesting. It gets the views. I always feel a little dirty, like, watching stuff like that. Like, am I really... Like, because I didn't watch... Because I think most of their statements were, like, on stream. Because they're more Twitch streamers than YouTubers for the most part. So I'm watching, like, a fan account that uploads clips. We're obviously monetizing this. And I'm like, is it really okay to monetize sexual harassment allegations and people's statements about it from, like, you know, someone who's their, like, dear friend for, like, years to do this shit? It's kind of fucked up, but... Pause button in an orbital is really good too, because it lets you stop all the enemies in the room. I don't know. Another copy item, that's 4. Wow. And I did just say pause button in an orbital was good, but I'm going to take Guppy's head, because it's a lot more no-brain, and I don't like to think during Isaac very much. Yeah, we're 15 minutes in here, making pretty good pace. Yesterday's run was a little longer than I expected. It was... like almost 40 minutes. Actually, it was a little over 40 minutes. Surprised me. It went really quick. Compared to my first Dishonored video, it was like, wow, I can't believe that was 40 minutes. Dishonored video today, I felt pretty good about. The one I recorded today, it's also getting uploaded. I guess I want to say yesterday if you're watching this Isaac video the day it comes out. I felt pretty good about it. It definitely, I lost commentary towards the end because of that same reason I was talking about earlier. But, no, I thought it was pretty good. Focusing a little more on the gameplay and story rather than just talking about whatever comes to mind. That's what Isaac's for. Shard of glass. I should know what this does. I don't. That's another homework. I should start writing these down. I gotta look up rusted key. I gotta look up, shard of glass. Go into the, actually, I'm not gonna go into the curse room here because I do have a 33.75 chance for a deal with the devil. Just do my best not to lose it here. Something that would be like great right now is actually I probably don't even have it unlocked. I'm so used to having like the majority of the items unlocked. It feels strange, but it's I can't even remember that. I always get it in BBF. It's like, so there's BBF, which is big beautiful fly, and then there's BFF, which I think makes familiars better, and then there's Hive Mind, which makes your blue flies and spiders like do twice as much damage. Flight's really it's a great status effect in Isaac, and it's pretty common that you'll get it on a winning run. But just the ability to dodge and not have to worry about anything under you is like invaluable. It's crazy. Honestly, I'm surprised how natural it feels to kind of just slip into Isaac. Like, I'm definitely, you know, I would play better if I wasn't talking, but I'm playing better than I would think, considering the fact that I'm talking so much. So, I guess I'll buy Charged Raby, or I could try to get up enough money to unlock Cain. Why don't we do that, you know? So, I guess I wasn't necessarily planning on doing an Isaac run this video, but since I did accidentally start that yesterday, it looks like we are. You know what? Let me get primed for a screenshot here. I'll go through my footage later and screenshot this room. I will be honest, I kind of stole the idea of putting some of the interesting items in the thumbnail from Sinvicta, who I talked about yesterday, but I just think it's a great, like, eye-catching way. Like, for me, when I see it, I'm like, if I see something like, oh no, Polyphemus Cricket's head, which is what I put in yesterday's thumbnail, I'm like, I want to watch this video, so I don't know. Big props to him for that. Thank you very much. Today it'll be, I don't know, I'll probably put, like, that picture of Guppy in the middle, obviously, along with, I mean, I don't know yet. We still got, like, half the run to go, so growth hormone's great, speed plus damage. We got the deal with the devil and didn't take any damage on this floor. It's funny, like, I go from no damage on the first floor to, like, 5 hearts of damage on the second floor to no damage on the third floor. This is Contract from Below or Missing Page. I don't remember. It's another one of those things. Homework. I got a lot of it tonight, if I remember. What is the day of the week? Let me think here. Tuesday? So generally I have Friday and Saturdays off from work, occasionally Thursdays. I'm like an on-call shift Thursday, so Friday and Saturdays are going to be the big recording days, and if I do end up streaming, it'll also be on one of those days. Which, I don't know. A couple things. I'm definitely worried about just the kind of the pressure of streaming because it's a live thing. If anyone actually watches, I feel like I'm immediately going to go from like relaxed to incredibly nervous. But second thing is like technical issues because I honestly do not know much about recording or streaming. It's definitely a new thing for me, so I'm worried if there are issues, just trying to sit there and solve them on the fly is going to be hard. Another thing I worry about is I gotta look up what Golden Horseshoe does. I've looked up all these trinkets before, but it just doesn't stick in my brain. But another thing that I've been worried about is like if I have any issues on these YouTube videos, like I don't really know. Like I can watch it, but it's on my computer. Like I don't know how the audio sounds to someone using a different set of headphones than I have. Head of the Keeper, it makes it so whenever you hit an enemy with a tear, it has a chance to drop a coin. But so and like if it is an issue that like people they tune into one of my videos and they see that like, oh well, there's this glaring thing wrong. Like maybe the game audio is so quiet I can't hear it, and all I hear is his voice super loud. It's like I'm not gonna know, and so I worry about stuff like that. So if you are watching this and you see a glaring problem, feel free to let me know. Like I would love to hear from you in the comments. Thinking I might make a Twitter account here. I don't know, a lot of it will just be notifications when a video goes live, or if I do start streaming, that I'm streaming, but maybe I'll post some other stuff on there. Ideas, projects, stuff like that. Like, honestly, this is a really great run. We've had very good luck with items. So I will probably open this chest, but I'm going to try to stop opening golden chests starting now, because obviously we're low on keys. It's a problem of mine. I don't have a lot of self-control. I'm just like, there could be anything in there. You get Cricket's Head, which is like a massive damage multiplier. In this game, there's two kind of damage ups. There's additive, which is just a base, this is how much you get, and there are damage multipliers, which make it so... Oh, I forgot I was saving up for Kane, but I don't mind the Spirit Heart. But there's damage multipliers, which increase your base damage by like a small factor multiplied, and every single damage up you get from there on out is also going to be a extra damage up. So they're great. Cricket's Head falls under that category. Certain characters just have like a higher damage multiplier. For instance, like Judas, I believe, has a pretty good one. Judas is one of my favorite characters to play. I don't think we've unlocked him yet. I don't know how, but I don't know how you would. But he starts with 1 heart, but he does way more damage, and his spacebar item allows him to do more damage for 1 room. So we are going to be able to go down to the womb starting on this floor. Or not this floor, next floor. Because we beat Mom last time and unlocked it. So hopefully I remember here. As soon as the episode's done, I'll go through the achievements that I got last time. That I kind of cut off in the middle of the recording. On top of that, I'll show the ending. I'll be quiet for it too. Right now, this series is got the talks over in the title, same as Dishonored, but I think I might change that. I might try to do like a different set of adjectives for every episode. Adjectives? That's not right. Verb? Action. Yeah, verbs are action. Ooh, we unlocked Samson. I don't know why. Don't know what I did, but we unlocked him. Really getting all the characters pretty quick here. I'm feeling a lot more confident just in the stream of consciousness and what I'm talking about today than I was the other day. I feel like I'm having a lot less of the knows and those kind of like speech fallbacks that I was having yesterday. I still say a lot because I don't know, I feel a lot of pressure to get my my thought out like immediately, and I'm like any silence is bad. So I just fill it with an if I'm thinking. But, it's always nice to have a good run like this because it makes just thinking about what you're saying that much easier because you don't have to focus nearly as much on the game to do even like a half decent job. Arcade, huh? Ooh, you gotta love that music. Just sit and listen to it for a minute here. Sorry. Great game. So we got the Womb 1 and the Womb 2 coming up after this, and then I believe if we earn a deal with the devil on the Womb 2, we'll be able to go down to Sheol, which, I mean, I obviously hope to happen. You want to get as much completion as you can in these. fight the devil. I'm honestly I'm very bad at fighting Satan and the Lamb, just because I always go to the chest. Like, it's just, I think it's more fun to get those 4 items right away. So I only ever do the dark room for completion, which, little spoilers here, it's a floor we'll unlock later. There's 2 branching paths you can go down after the womb, but to start with, you can only go to Sheol if you are to deal with the devil, and the other direction, the other path, is not unlocked at all yet. What do we got? Health up, nice. I think you have to get to 99 cents to unlock Cain, so I'm not 100% sure if we'll get that this video, but I hope we do. And there you just saw I got a blue spider, which is from Spider Baby. Is that the name of this item? It makes it when you take damage, you get a blue spider to help you along here, which does about the same thing as the fly, as far as I'm aware. So, you know, the trick for fighting Mom here is she spawns a lot of enemies. She has her weird, like, flesh lumps. So you don't want to stand close to any of these doors, because she can, like, outstretch a hand that'll hit you. And you want to really pay attention to the audio cues, because she will do, like a ha, as you just heard, whenever she stomps her foot. So that's how you always know, don't stop moving. Like, a lot of the strategy for this game is just don't stop moving. That's like one of the first things you learn about dodging, is you never want to be not moving, just because it's harder to get momentum if you're totally stopped to get a dodge than it is to not. Something I'm noticing a lot more playing on the computer is it's a lot easier to spot tinted rocks, just because I'm, like, you know, a foot away from the monitor instead of across the room on a couch. Okay, Mark and Gimpy. I will take both of these, even though it's a little sketchy. The Mark is just a damage up, I think, and a speed up. And I think we already went over what Gimpy did. But alright, and down to the womb for the first time. Let me know if you want me to stop skipping the boss intros and the floor intros as well, because some people find that interesting. It's honestly muscle memory at this point. I don't even realize I do it. I was just thinking about it the other day. I'm like, huh, didn't even cross my mind to maybe let those play for the audience. So let me know. Let me know down below. I'm just hoping that I'll eventually pick up some momentum just from constant uploading, because, you know, obviously right now, and it's not a surprise to me at all, it's not like I was expecting anything, but I haven't really received any traffic yet. Oh, we just unlocked a Rotten Penny for, I'm guessing, having a certain amount of flies spawned at a time. So a little game mechanic that changes once you get past the depths. Actually, I'm not sure if it changes yet, because there's some stuff that happens later where it's like the game got harder after you do a certain things. But you start taking double damage on everything. So anything that would normally deal a half heart will do a full heart. And some things that deal 1 heart will do 2 hearts, I think. Hey, we got Cain. Apparently we did not have to reach 100 cents. Maybe just 50? So I'm going to wait for these poops to reform. That's the deal with the red poop, is they hurt you if you touch them, and then they reform after a minute. So, starting on the womb, there's no more item rooms or shops, unless you have some select trinkets, which I will discuss if we ever pick them up. So basically, it's just like a go as fast as you can to the boss room, which we did pretty well on this floor. We didn't have to go through too much to find it. Mama Gertie is a boss that can normally be a little difficult. It's hard to predict where these spikes she makes will come up from, but since we have flight, it's not a big deal at all, because the spikes can't hurt us. Mom's contact has appeared in the basement, probably because we got the Yes Mother transformation, perhaps? I'm waiting for the achievement in the bottom right to disappear so I can see the pill. I'm drowsy, luck up, and health up. Nice. Down to the next floor. So I think I went over all my talking points for this episode, but I know I feel confident just because I probably ran out around the 15-minute mark. We're 25 minutes in, and I haven't really struggled maybe once or twice to think of something to say. So I'm definitely feeling a lot better just about the recording process in general. And it's been one of my main talking points on all my videos, is my channel, how I feel about everything. But I hope that's an interesting topic. I liked listening to YouTubers talk about YouTube, but maybe that's just because it's something that I enjoy doing, making these videos, which I'm actually having quite a good time so far. But I don't know. Let me know if you want any more inside talk, less inside talk. I think it's always good to ask for viewer commentary, make it feel like a relationship, not just you watching me on the screen totally separated from reality. I think it's good to ask for things, even though, will I get them? Probably not, you know, but I don't care. Maybe 5 months from now, someone will come back, watch these videos, and leave me a comment. If, here's a promise. Whoever leaves the first comment on my video, I'll print it out, and I'll hang it on my wall. Alright? Remind me, maybe. Depending on how long it might be, I might forget this. It's one little detail in a 30-minute video that I do once a day. So, if I do forget, because you forget to message it, or remind me, I don't know what I just said, message it? If I do forget, just because you forgot to remind me or anything, it's not maliciously, it's not like I lied here, it's just, I have the memory of a squirrel. Like, just in my Dishonored video I just got done recording, there's a couple potions you get. One is health and one is mana. And I said to myself, alright, the health is F, the mana is T, the key to use it. And immediately afterward, I ran out of mana, and I had to press every key on the keyboard to try to remember which one triggered it. So, you know, memory of a squirrel, goldfish, I don't know. I guess the expression is like goldfish, but I don't know, I really like just the idea of a memory of a squirrel. Like, squirrels seem like they'd have a bad memory. I like most animals. I like squirrels, but squirrels are not a popular animal where I'm from. They're kind of seen as pests for a lot of people. It definitely changes person to person. Not gonna bother right now. We don't really need it. This is a room that also sucks if you don't have flight, just because you have to try to avoid these spikes while also dodging all the shots and everything else. Mr. Me has appeared in the basement. I imagine that's for opening a certain amount of golden chests, but I don't know. I kind of wish they told you the details of how you unlocked it, because I find that sort of thing really interesting. I wonder what did that. I just took damage and got an increase in range, I believe. So I don't know. I don't know what item triggered that, but here we are, Mom's Heart. This might be our last boss, but we do have a 67% chance to get a deal with the devil here, so it's not unlikely. Or I might be wrong, and you can't even go to Shoal on your first time through. We'll find out. Oh, well, we definitely got the deal with the devil, and we unlocked Eden. I think that's for beating Mom's Heart for the first time. And we do get to go down. Lucky us, it's a treat. So I honestly might die on this floor, because I'm really inexperienced with both the enemies and the boss, just because, like I said, I always go the other route, but we'll see. I guess I do have 9 lives, so I'll probably be fine. And look, this looks like it's going to be probably a 35-minute video, which is just perfect in my opinion, right around that half-hour mark. Like I said, I'm kind of a slower Isaac player, so expect a lot of upwards of 40 minutes. The last time I did have an excuse, because I died like 12 minutes in or something. I did end up rewatching all of my videos so far. Generally, I put it on in the background while I get to set on uploading it and all that. Editing the thumbnail a little bit. I like the thumbnail thing I got going for Isaac a lot more than Dishonored, just because, I don't know, I made the Isaac one second, and in retrospect, I might change the Dishonored one of these days when I have some more free time. I really hate the Fallen. He's one of my least favorite bosses. It's just the fact that there's 2 of them. Like, I'm not very good at multitasking bosses. Which you'll probably find out soon enough the more I play. I really dig the music in Shoal, too. It's like got some satanic chanting going on. It really fits. Perfect. Like, if I hadn't had flight on that room, it would not have gone so well at all. Couple keys, a bomb. Yeah, so let's see. We're probably not going to get too many more items this, so I can decide what I'm going to put in the thumbnail. Definitely Guppy. Probably just that thumbnail is enough, but I don't know. Maybe Guppy's head and the mark. I don't know. You always want to put like interesting items to increase viewer engagement. A lucky rock has appeared in the basement. Don't get used to this amount of achievements and unlocks, because it's going to go bye-bye very soon. Eventually hit a slog where we don't get a single unlock for like episodes at a time. You know, just trying to pick up every item in the game and stuff like that. Probably my hardest item, like, because, you know, you always have, to get one of the achievements, you have to have picked up every single item. And on my other profile, the hardest one for sure has been Mega Blast, which I won't go into detail what it is now. I'll leave that as kind of a secret if you haven't seen Isaac before, but it's one of the rare items in the game, and I finally just got it on an Eden start. And Eden is a character that starts with, I think, 2 random items and some shuffled stats. They are shuffled within, like, certain parameters, but, yeah, so I finally just got them at the start instead of out of an item pool, which is very exciting. We're coming to a close here. I hope you enjoyed the run. I don't like to start topics this close to the end that I actually feel like I'll be able to talk about, because then I'm like, I only have so many topics. I gotta save that for the start of another video. Like, for instance, I kind of made that mistake earlier. I was playing Dishonored, and I started talking about Elon Musk, but then there was a lot of plot, so I kept getting sidetracked, and then by the time I finally had free time, I was like 2 minutes away from the stopping point, so, you know, alright, here we go. So a little trick here, he spawns the Fallen as like the first little phase of his fight. You can place a bomb there and do some extra damage to him. I, however, am really bad about the timing. And so we do have to do this whole fight without taking any damage, which is scary, but we'll see how it goes. Our stats are like decent, 7.5 damage and 7 rate of fire is pretty good. It's really Guppy that's carrying us hard, though. Hopefully my keyboard's not too loud at the moment. I kind of got try hard all of a sudden there. Oh, that's a shame. Thank God that Spirit Heart dropped. That's going to make this a lot easier. Hopefully that wasn't too soon. Oh, just a second. We're going to hopefully get this time. I really would rather not do this fight 8 times and then not get the unlock, but we'll see. So far, we've only got 1 death on this profile, so I'd like to keep that as low as possible. We're definitely going into the second phase with 2 hearts this time, I believe. A lot better than last time. Oh, almost just ran into him. That's like my #1 way I take damage on this phase, is just running into those little explodey guys. So this is a little scary here. We're definitely... He's getting close. He's almost there. We got this. Got to stay confident. Confidence is key. Can't accomplish anything in life if you're convinced you can't do it. Let's go. So thank you for watching. We just achieved... Well, I guess it'll show up in the unlocks right after this. So, oh, not going to end the episode right away, though, because I'll let the ending play. Alright, so I guess I'll let the credits play as well. I guess I could talk over these. There's no real reason to let it play unless you really want to hear that music. Yeah, enjoy it. Other than I'll show you I'll read out the achievements from yesterday and show you that ending as well. So, as for achievements here, we have, I'll scroll down to the bottom. There's a lot. So we have, oh, I guess they're not even in order of when they're unlocked, I think. So I'll just read them all. Rotten Penny, Mr. Me, April's Fool, The Guardian, Onin Streak, Pride Day, Have a Heart, Speed, a lot of X's followed by an L, Purist, Cat Got Your Tongue, Store Upgrade Level 1, Blue Map, Lucky Rock, Eden, Lazarus, Azazel, Samson, Guppy's Hairball, Mom's Knife, Mom's Contact, Little Chubby, Monstro's Tooth, A Cube of Meat, The Harbingers, The Womb, Judas, Cain. So I know a couple more unlocks just came on the screen. Hopefully you got a good view of that. And now I'll show you the ending, which, if I remember how to get to. Stats, endings. And that was ending 1, I believe. I feel free to talk over this. I don't think there's too much going on, but I hope you enjoyed the episode today. I definitely feel like I had a little more energy brought to the table, a little more confidence. I think it's an improvement. That's what you always got to strive for, an improvement every day. So I hope you enjoyed it more. If you end up watching both of these episodes, I hope today was better. So have a good rest of your day. Bye, guys.